Hello guys, there is something that has been promised a long time ago. Agencies and blueprint stealing in Hoi4. Why am I talking about it? Well, let's say you want 1943 industry all done in 1940. You can do it without stealing industrial BPs. Maybe you can do 2s5 or one industrial tech as France because of where is the thing? Yeah, lazy is 3 times 150 bonus, but no one else. So you need BP stealing. You are major, Germany, UK, you're doing air war, and to win you need good fighters, 1940 fighters as quickly as possible. Of course, you let Romania and Australia rush them. They both have focuses to get them ahead of time, but well, if you produce licensed equipment, you are suffering 33% penalty. The fighters are far more expensive to produce, and that's why you need to get your own. You don't have bonuses as Germany, you do as UK, but still it's far more efficient to just steal them from Romania and get them in 37. There is no other way to get them as quickly as possible. So if you get me, you're getting big advantage over your opponents by using industrial stealing. Now let's get into it. Let's start with basics. If you want to steal industrial BPs, first you need to create an agency. This way you get the first spy. For BP stealing missions you need at least 3. You'll get the second one by upgrading agency 5 times. I recommend form department, blueprint stealing, invisible ink, and then remaining 2 are up to you. You can either do radio interception for faster decryption, interrogation techniques if someone's spying on you, or maybe passive defense, anti-partisan as future investment, especially if you're Germany. To get the third spy you need an advisor, elusive gentleman, plus an operative slot for 150 PP. Almost every country has one. When you're recruiting spies, try to get one who has a safe cracker trait. It reduces stealing BP risk by 25%. Alternatively, seducer, damn it, or infiltrator. Okay, so now we have the spy we want. We need to start in first making spy network in country where we want to steal from. Before stealing, we need to infiltrate the said branch. You want to steal aircraft, infiltrate Air Force. You want to steal tank, infiltrate the army. You want to steal industrial BPs, infiltrate civilian administration first. Now, there are 2 possible scenarios which can happen. Firstly, you either completely eclipse the said country in research and you cannot steal anything from them. In that case, you'll get a compensation. That compensation takes form of research speed bonus. Problem is, let's say you're stealing military BP, you can get anything. You can get guns, you can get support companies, you can get special forces, you get me. So you might not get exactly what you were looking for. That's the reason why if you are stealing from an AI, steal only industrial BPs. Those compensations can be pretty powerful. 2 years ahead of time plus 300% research speed put together from one tech steal. In this way, you get 43 industry in no time. That is simply because if you steal industrial BPs, you always get industrial compensation. Only thing that can happen is that you steal electronics, but you will never get bonus for electronics as a compensation. So before stealing, just research radio, first computing machine, this kind of stuff. And steal from countries where you know that you will be ahead of them. Countries like Nicaragua, Guatemala, other small states in Central America have only 2 research slots. Other option would be Afghanistan, Iraq, etc. Second scenario is rather straightforward. You're stealing from a country which has something you don't. In that case, you immediately get the technology researched done. This is worth only if you're stealing from a player, because players can rush things ahead of time, but AI will never use its bonus 2 years ahead of time to get mechanized as Canada in 37 and something like that. Of course, if the said country has 2 or more things you don't, then there will be one of them closer to you. So it's good to coordinate with a set player, because let's say you're stealing from an enemy, he's gonna be trying to defend his BP. So either, spies is one thing, but much easier thing is, okay, what is he going to steal from me? I have tanks ahead of time, I have mech, those are military technologies. I'm gonna just research 36 light tank, light AA, something he doesn't have, and he's gonna spend half a year stealing some bullshit he can get in a few months. Is he trying to steal planes? Well, just give him a carrier version of some 36 plane, or decide that strategic destruction doctrine is nice anyway. Another thing you need to keep in mind is that if you're stealing equipment from another player, let's say you want to steal fighter 2s and you want to produce them, well, you need to have a designer before theft is completed. It's as if you researched it. You don't get any air design from the country where you stole it. So if you want to be, if you want to be able to compete, you need to buy air designer for PP before you do it. Or if it's tanks, then yeah, heavy tank designer, mobile, whatever you choose. If you want to see me do it step by step, you can check another video on the channel. I just uploaded the entire game I played as Soviet Union. It didn't go well, but you will see it in the build what I was doing with industrial stealing, and also I was stealing from another players. One thing, each mod, not each mod, but some mods tend to change this mechanic. In this case, they just modded that the compensations are lower. They thought it's too OP, and they just changed it to 100% research speed bonus instead of those 2 years ahead of time, 1 year ahead of time, etc. What you can get. Yeah, normal in vanilla, it's random. It ranges between these. That's pretty much everything I have to say to this topic. I'm playing clips of me using this at the background just to show that I'm not bullshitting you. Another thing, absolutely last thing, is that when I was talking about heavy tank Russia, I said that it has a big disadvantage against Germany, because Germans get their heavy tanks in May and Russians get it in like September, because Germans have 100 bonuses from treated USSR, and Russia gets just one, so it needs to harder rush, and gets one bonus, too late with war in Finland. Thing is, if you don't research 41 heavy tanks and just steal them from South Africa, France, Germany, someone as Russia, then you can right away apply the 100% bonus, and you get them in May as well. Yeah, you will steal it a bit later, but your research speed is higher because of Progress Scout, and you get it roughly in like May, June, so you can compete in this way. It makes heavy tank Russia more viable. That's it from me. If you found it useful, give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. We got it, Spock, we got it. Let's go right for infiltrating Afghanistan. We'll be stealing like 41, 43 industrial tech. Okay, we probably should. Damn it, fuck tools and harder rush type, harder rush usage style. Let's go.